Hey, what's up? This is Austin with Pickleball Playbook, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to hit the banana serve, which looks like this. And I'm also going to be teaching you how to do the screwball serve, which looks like this. And we're going to start right now by teaching you guys how to do the banana serve. For both of these serves, there's a different grip. For the banana, we're going to be holding continental grip or eastern grip. The way that you find continental is you're going to turn your paddle onto its side like this, and you're going to face the butt cap towards yourself. So at the very top, if we go up to the top edge, this bevel right here is bevel number 1, okay, at the top. Bevel number 2 of the stop sign shape is where we want to put our index knuckle as well as the bottom of our palm, okay? So right here, bevel number 1, I'm going to move one bevel over to bevel number 2. And I'm going to put my index knuckle inside of it, as well as the bottom of my palm right here, as if I were to draw a line on that bevel, just like that. That is continental grip. This is going to help you with your banana serve. You can also come further over, turn your paddle instead of on its edge like this to flat like this. This is bevel number 3. On this flat part, we're going to put our palm, the bottom of our palm, as well as the inside of our knuckle on that same exact bevel, so that it looks like that. That's going to allow us to be able to create a ton of spin as we come through the ball as well. So do whichever one is most comfortable for you. Do whichever one you are getting the most spin with. I'd strongly suggest starting with that continental grip, because that will help you to get that vertical angle as you come up the ball. And then the grip for the screwball serve, we're going to put our paddle on this angle again, the edge of it pointing upwards. We're going to come to bevel number 1 right here again. And that's where we're going to put the inside of our index knuckle and the bottom of our palm. Align it on this bevel number 1, okay? So it looks like this for you guys. That's gonna put us into a frying pan-like grip, and that's going to allow us to be able to cut under the ball for the screwball serve so that we can get it to curve outwards. So the first thing that we're gonna be focusing on with this serve is our foot placement. We begin by crossing our legs. So we wanna take our non-dominant leg and put it out in front of our dominant leg. Now that we have that, I'm gonna point my non-dominant toe towards the net post. So since I'm serving from odd side to odd side, I'm going to be pointing it towards the odd net post, towards my opponent's odd net post, which is over there. So now that I'm pointing my toe towards that, it's going to allow me to be able to pivot through my shot. Whereas with a lot of beginner players, what you'll see is they'll point that toe towards the side fence, and then it makes twisting through the ball a whole lot more difficult. Whereas when you're here, you can twist through the shot and pivot off of that foot, which is exactly what we want. So first step, get that toe towards there and make sure that your non-dominant leg is out in front of your dominant leg. After that, what you're going to focus on is the point of contact with the ball. And you want that point of contact to be just inside your non-dominant knee. Okay, so right about at the center of your body is where you're going to be contacting the ball. So if I face you guys just to show you, contact's happening here. It's not happening out here. It's not happening behind here. It's happening at about center. That's all that you'll need. And then what I'm focusing on after I have my feet placed, my point of contact placed, is I'm going to start 2 to 3 feet below the ball with my motion. So my motion starts 2 to 3 feet below the ball, and then I'm coming up from there. A lot of people, a big, huge mistake with creating spin is that they'll start at the ball. They'll come up from the ball. You want to start beneath the ball. And so I like to say 2 feet, you could say 4 feet, you could say whatever you want. But what's most important is that you start with your paddle beneath the ball, build up all that momentum and speed from beneath the ball, and then you're cutting up that ball. Now with this specific serve, since we're creating a banana, it's going to bend that way. So we're trying to make it bend that way. So that means that our motion needs to go outwards, away from our body, towards the side fence, and then upwards. So we're going outwards and upwards that way. We're really cutting into the ball. If I just go outwards, it's only going to go that direction. That upwards is helping it to wrap, to go towards where I need to go. It's also going to bring the ball back down and create all that spin. So it's a combination of both outwards and upwards that's going to do that. But the most important thing is that you're starting all that momentum, you're accelerating from beneath the ball, not starting at the ball and going up from there. Remember, point of contact has to be at the center of my body in order for this serve to work. And I'm gonna get something like that, that absolutely just curves my opponent off of the court. So the last thing to note is what I'm doing with my legs as I hit through this shot. I wanna make sure that I'm leaning into my shot forward, and then I'm also going to twist my dominant leg, pivot it around. So just a brief recap, start with my legs crossed. I'm pointing that toe towards the net post so that I can pivot through my shot. I'm making contact at the center of my body. I'm starting 2 feet beneath the ball. I'm going out towards the fence and then upward and wrapping it around my shoulder so that I can get it to go the distance and create all of that spin. My dominant leg is then swinging around that shot. So if you can do this, add all these things together, you're gonna see that you have this banana-like spin on the ball. It's gonna totally take your opponent out of position and open up that side of the court, to where all that you have to do next is hit a ground stroke to the open court and you've won the point. So now what you're gonna see is me hitting the banana serve in slow-mo. This will really help you to visualize what exactly is happening and be able to apply it to your own game. And while you're watching the banana in slow-mo, I'm gonna tell you about this video sponsor, which is the Titan ball machine. Titan is 100% my ball machine of choice, and that is because it has the most awesome technology inside of it. It doesn't only hit the hardest, but it also creates the most spin, and it also feels the most like you're playing against another player. The reason that it's so good at this is because it already has 24 drills that are built into the app that you can just simply click on and start drilling as soon as you get onto the court. This is great because you don't have to spend 30 minutes creating your own drill, because the drills are already provided by top professionals in the sport. So if you're struggling to find a drilling partner, I'd strongly suggest getting a Titan ball machine. I absolutely love it. Obviously, there's no pressure to get one, but if you are in the market for one, you can get $100 off by going through this link at the top right of the screen. So be sure to check it out, and let's hop into the screwball serve. Okay, so first thing with our screwball serve is we wanna make sure that we're in the correct grip. After we have the correct grip, we wanna put our non-dominant foot, just like with the banana serve, in front of our dominant leg. So now that it's in front, we're also going to point our toe towards that net post over there on the side. Now that we're pointing in the correct direction, that's gonna allow us to be able to pivot and rotate through the ball. If I point in the wrong direction, point towards the side fence, I don't have as much rotation through the ball in the direction that I want to go. So make sure that you're pointing towards that net post. That will allow you to have a ton more spin. So now what we want to focus on is our point of contact. And with this specific serve, we're going to be contacting it out in front of us. So out in front of that non-dominant knee. So if you can see this on camera, this is where we would want to make contact with the ball. See how far out in front it is of me? But also notice that it's to my dominant side. It's not to my non-dominant side. That's going to be a very awkward position to hit the ball. Everything's over here to my dominant side just slightly, as if I were to point an arrow from my kneecap all the way out. That's where that ball is going to lie. So it's out in front of me as well as slightly to my dominant side. So now that I'm out in front of me and slightly to my dominant side, I'm then going to focus on my motion, which I'm going to start at the top here, and I'm going to scoop under the ball. Okay, I want to act like I'm scooping out a bowl of ice cream. So if I act like I'm scooping out a bowl of ice cream, it's going to create a U shape as I come through the ball, remembering that when I make contact with that ball, I have to be going low to high as I make contact with the ball. I cannot be going downward. If I'm going downward, that's an illegal serve. So that's one of the problems that you'll run into with this serve. So I have everything out in front of me with the ball. I'm pointing to that arrow, and then I'm going to scoop the ice cream, making contact as I'm coming up. The non-dominant foot is out in front, pointing towards the net post. I'm making contact out in front of that non-dominant knee and also to my dominant side. And then I'm starting upwards, okay, at about shoulder height with the tip of my paddle, and I'm gonna scoop that bowl of ice cream under the ball, and hopefully we get something like that, okay, with tons of spin. All right, I hope that was helpful for you guys. I upload new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and sometimes I upload even more videos than that. So if you are interested in learning how to play pickleball, anything pickleball, and improving your game, be sure to subscribe. Helps out the channel a ton, and it will help out you a ton. And other than that, if you haven't seen my latest video, click right here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.